Good morning, everybody. I'm Khumo Mokone, the investment manager from Research Contracts and Innovation. And my aim today is just to give you an overview of what it is we do in our office, and also to highlight the impact that we've sort of managed to achieve over the years. So this image that you see now is basically it. For me, it summarizes our whole journey and process very nicely. So what we do is that we're custodians of the innovation sort of management journey at UCT. And this is the framework that we use. We sort of dubbed it the technology readiness levels. And it starts very early. So from TRL3 is what you'd sort of describe as your proof of concept. So in our sort of function to translate research outputs into innovative companies, license deals, ventures, we sort of develop this framework to take research from a very elementary level right up until it's ready for market entry. So what you see in front of you here is TRL3 that basically ensures that we are able to provide funding for staff, students who have ideas that they believe could turn into profitable or successful companies. And we sort of walk the journey with them. So from TRL3 up until 9, which is sort of market entry and a fully fledged product that has customers. So, our unit is sort of split into two, and that's what you're seeing right here in front of you. So there's basically a team that manages our research contracts or income that comes from research. And then, my unit specifically looks at innovation. So the spin-off company number of 3 is what we sort of average on an annual basis. We sometimes have good years where we're able to create 4 or 5 spin-off companies from the university. But we're making sure that the quality of the innovation that we're pumping out is good and not just chasing, the numbers. So my presentation was specifically focused on the Evergreen Fund, which is our flagship fund. But, to sort of just highlight that innovation journey that I spoke about earlier, we also have a full complement of preliminary funds, right? So we've got the UCT pre-seed fund, we've got the innovation builder fund. Last year, because of the demand that we saw, we sort of came together and decided to create what we call the Evergreen Seed Fund. Now, the values are showed there. So from TRL3 is what you'd see people applying for small amounts of 20,000 Rand. This could be to fund, if you want to build a small model, if you want to sort of, do a market survey or market study to really foolproof what you think might work. That's the fund, that's the ideal fund for you. And we sort of take you through the journey. So from pre-seed fund, we then make available R500,000 at innovation builder fund level. And that is sort of to sort of bolster what you worked on earlier, and to sort of make sure that you grow. The Evergreen Seed Fund does 1.5 million Rand per award. And again, I think maybe to just backtrack a little bit, the pre-seed fund and innovation builder funds are all grant. So UCT is not looking to sort of take an equity stake or ask for the money back. We sort of empowering our students and staff to focus on innovation. From your Evergreen Seed Fund and the fully fledged or the flagship Evergreen Fund, that's when we sort of start to look at the dynamics of us investing in exchange for equity. We also make sure that we put you, in contact with the right investors. We make sure that you've got the financial and non-financial business support required to ensure that you succeed. On this slide, I just wanted to share with everybody our special partnership that we had with the University Technology Fund. This has been a great initiative that sort of, it reinforces, it basically adds on to the funds that UCT has sort of ring-fenced towards innovation. The University Technology Fund have also come to the party with their pools of capital. And what we sometimes can't fund internally at UCT, we definitely send through to the UTF. But we are part of that journey, and we handhold quite a lot to make sure that the technology moves right through. So what you've seen here, or just highlighted in black, is that the first two funds were quite popular, and UCT was able to fully utilize those quite quickly. Other universities have taken more time to fully utilize their sort of allocation, and this just speaks to how innovation is true to UCT's values. So the demand is quite high again there. So this summary just shows, where in the post-research and startup journey, each sort of fund sits. As I said, you'll start at the pre-seed level innovation builder fund, and then, the bigger fund, which is the Evergreen fund, does your more mature investments. Now, over the years, maybe to just quantify how much we've invested in UCT founded technology. The Evergreen Fund to date since 2010 has invested roughly 59 million rands in various companies, startups, or ventures. The University Technology Fund has complemented that number with roughly 43 million rands. So collectively, we're looking at more than 100 million rands that has created over 100 jobs for our graduates. We've seen phenomenal success. So this is just, the spin-off company sort of timeline that just shows, our track record and how long we've sort of been doing this. And this job number that I mentioned, employment number, is quite fascinating, because what we're seeing is that graduates or employees in these spin-off companies are being headhunted from companies abroad. I mean, that creates a good problem, right? Where our spin-off companies are taking in more graduates as the senior staff leaves, but this then builds pressure for our spin-off companies to pay more or to be more competitive in terms of salaries. But so far this has been quite phenomenal to see. This second slide goes up until 2023, and again, it just shows. You'll see just the U there in yellow. It just shows where the University Technology Fund has come in to partner with UCT. I believe that they're raising a second fund to sort of continue this relationship with UCT, and we plan on fully utilizing their offering or opportunities further. So the next two slides will basically just show you, some of our star companies or spin-off companies that are doing phenomenal work. This is Straight Access Technologies, and they've been around for more than 12 years, and they sort of doing non-invasive rheumatic heart disease sort of treatment, and we're very optimistic about their potential. Impulse Biomedical as well, lastly, founded by obviously two UCT alumni, and they're in the medical devices sort of field. They're doing phenomenal. They've actually just signed a deal with Cipla to distribute the first 20,000 units to South Africa. So the list goes on, but I just thought I should share two of these opportunities that are on the go. Thank you very much, and we appreciate your support.